In an age when honor was forged in the crucible of battle, when empires rose and fell on the strength of their armies, a legend was born, not of a king or a general, but of a daughter. This is the story of Hua Mulan. Our tale begins in a quiet, sun-drenched village nestled among rolling hills. Here lived Mulan, a spirited young woman, skilled not only with a needle and thread but also with a bow and the heart of a warrior, a spirit she inherited from her father, a revered but aging veteran. Life was simple, bound by tradition and the peaceful rhythm of the seasons. But peace is a fragile thing. From the northern steppes, a shadow stretched across the land. Invaders, fierce and relentless, stormed the borders, threatening to engulf the empire in fire and chaos. The emperor's decree echoed through every province, a call to arms that reached even Mulan's tranquil village. One man from every family was to join the imperial army. The decree fell upon Mulan's family like a death sentence. Her father, his body scarred by old wars and weakened by time, was their only man. To see him march to battle again was to send him to his grave. Her younger brother was just a child. Despair hung heavy in their home, a silence filled with unspoken fears. That night, under the pale glow of the moon, Mulan made a choice that would alter the course of her destiny and carve her name into history. She watched her father, polishing his old armor, his hands trembling but his face set with a grim resolve to answer the call of duty. In that moment, love and a fierce protective instinct ignited within her. She would not let him go. With a pair of shears, she severed her long black hair, a symbol of her femininity, and cast it aside. She donned her father's heavy armor, the cold steel, a stark contrast to the life she had known. In the dim lamplight, she practiced lowering her voice, squaring her shoulders, and walking with the gait of a soldier, bidding a silent, tearful farewell to her sleeping family. She took her father's sword, his conscription notice, and slipped into the pre-dawn darkness, riding away to take his place. She called herself Hua Jun. The training camp was a brutal world of sweat, mud, and unyielding discipline. For Mulan, every day was a tightrope walk. She had to be stronger, faster, and more disciplined than any man there, not just to survive, but to keep her secret buried. The physical exhaustion was immense, but the mental strain was even greater. She lived in constant fear of discovery, a single misstep away from dishonor and death. Yet, amidst the hardship, she found an unexpected camaraderie. She trained alongside her fellow soldiers, sharing meager meals, enduring the harsh drills, and forging bonds of brotherhood. They saw in Hua Jun a quiet, determined warrior, someone of unwavering resolve and surprising skill. She excelled in archery, her aim true and steady. In strategy sessions, her clever insights often impressed the commanders. She was earning their respect, not as a woman in disguise, but as a soldier, a very good soldier. Years passed on the wind-swept battlefields of the north. The boy from a small village became a seasoned warrior. Mulan Hua Jun faced the horrors of war head-on. She saw the clash of steel, felt the ground tremble under the thunder of charging cavalry, and witnessed acts of both incredible bravery and devastating loss. Each battle hardened her, but it never broke her spirit. Her motivation remained pure, to protect her family and bring honor to her name. Her defining moment came during a critical battle at a snowy mountain pass. The imperial forces were ambushed, outnumbered, and on the verge of being annihilated. Chaos reigned. Seeing their general fall and their lines crumble, panic began to spread. But Mulan, seeing a strategic opportunity amid the turmoil, refused to yield. With a powerful war cry, she rallied a small group of soldiers and led a daring charge against the enemy's flank. Her movements were a blur of deadly grace, her sword a flash of silver lightning. Inspired by her impossible courage, the demoralized troops found new strength. They pushed back, turning the tide of the battle. In a brilliant, desperate move, Mulan triggered an avalanche, burying the enemy forces and securing a victory that seemed utterly impossible just moments before. Hua Jun was hailed as a hero. Her bravery and tactical genius became the stuff of legend throughout the army. Promotion after promotion followed. She rose through the ranks, eventually becoming a high-ranking general, revered by her soldiers and trusted by her commanders. For 12 long years, she fought for the empire, and for 12 long years, no one ever discovered her secret. She led her armies in a dozen major campaigns, driving the invaders back and finally securing the northern border. The war was over. The victorious army returned to the imperial city in a grand procession. The emperor himself, overjoyed at the end of the long war, summoned the heroic general Hua Jun to his court. He offered her immense riches, a prestigious title, and a permanent position as a minister in his court. It was an honor beyond anyone's wildest dreams. But Mulan, standing before the Son of Heaven, bowed deeply and humbly declined. All she asked for was a swift horse to carry her home. She had fulfilled her duty, she had brought honor to her family, and all she longed for now was to return to the life she had left behind. The emperor, moved by her humility, granted her wish. Her return to her village was a quiet affair. When she arrived, her family, who had prayed for her safe return every day for 12 years, rushed out to greet her. The reunion was a flood of tears and joy. Inside her home, Mulan shed the heavy armor and the weight of her long deception. She put on her old familiar clothes and let down her hair, which had grown long again. When her comrades in arms who had escorted her home came to pay their respects, they were stunned into silence. Before them stood not the formidable General Hua Zhen, but a beautiful young woman. The realization dawned on them, a wave of astonishment and profound respect. The hero they had fought alongside, the leader they had revered, was a woman. The story of Hua Mulan spread like wildfire, a tale of incredible courage, filial piety, and unwavering honor. She didn't seek fame or fortune, only the safety of her family and the defense of her homeland. In doing so, she became more than a soldier. She became a symbol that true strength lies not in muscle or gender, but in the heart. Her sacrifice and bravery have echoed through the centuries, a timeless legend reminding us all that the greatest heroes are often found where we least expect them. Thank you so much for watching this epic tale with us. If you were as inspired by Mulan's story as we are, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more legends from history. We'll see you in the next one.